Shalom, giving all praise and glory unto Yahweh Bashim Yahushai Bashim Kakadash, and double honors to the elder apostles, elder bishops, and brothers on the great millstone. Salutations to go for the elect. This is your brother I Banyamia here to share another lesson. And we are surely living in the time of sorrows. We are living in the time, and it's going to get worse, as the time that Ezra's spoke about. These are the beginning of sorrows, right? Neighbor against neighbor. I found this article on CBSNews.com, and about a man arrested, for threatening his neighbor, man. You know what I mean? For simple situation. But these is common things that's happening day to day. Because people are led by the flesh and not by the spirit. So I'm gonna read this article. Salakia. Share a few scriptures and close it out. Lord willing, to be edified unto the elect, right? It says a Florida man has been arrested for pointing a gun at a woman's head after her friend briefly turned into his driveway in an incident captured on video, authorities said. Terry Vetch, 60, was charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon without intent to kill, according to jail records. The woman has not been identified, but a police report names the friend in the vehicle as Jeffrey Winkson. Winkson pulled into Vetch's driveway in Palm Coast while the woman knocked on the door of another friend, police said. According to the police report, Hinkson told officials that he pulled into the driveway to reposition his vehicle, and after he pulled into the driveway across from Vetch's, he heard a bang on his rear window. The the woman told police that she first heard Vetch's yelling at her friend and approached Vetch to apologize. As she approached from across the street, Vetch allegedly pointed his gun, which he had used to bang on the car window at her head, threatening to shoot and kill her. The woman told police she was in immediate fear for her life. According to the police report, and said the gun was pointed 2 inches from her head. When interviewed by police, Fetch said he saw the vehicle pull into his driveway from inside his home and immediately grabbed his gun and went outside. I tell you, boy, he said he believed the driver was a neighbor who he had argued with in the past. Vetch told police that he walked off his property and yelled at the driver not to use his driveway, and said that the woman walked toward him and began yelling. Vetch also said the woman was following him, yelling at him, and waving her hand towards his face. In body camera video obtained by CBS News, Vetch told police that the woman was acting in a threatening manner. Vetch also told police that he did not pull a weapon out until he was back on his property. Scriptures told us in book of 2nd Ezra 6 and 24 that these things was going to happen, man. We'll start with that. 2nd Ezra 6 and verse 24. It says, at that time shall friends fight against another, shall fight one against another like enemies, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountains shall stand still, and in 3 hours shall they not run. You understand? So in these last days, man, you know what I mean? People going to be like enemy. People that live, with each other 20, 30 years, for decades. I mean, all that is going to go out the window, especially, I mean, with the food famine, the droughts, the lack of employment that is going to come upon this place. You understand? People wouldn't care, they wouldn't have a care for one another and stuff anymore. And all these things is happening because of who is in rulership, man. When you go into the book of Proverbs, chapter 29 and verse 16, it says, when the wicked are multiplied, transgression increaseth, but the righteous shall see their fall. And the wicked goes into, Malachi, chapter 1 and verse 4. It says, whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, right? And the people against whom the Lord had great had indignation for, right? So he had hatred, um, that he's going to destroy them. You know what I'm saying? And all these things is happening because of all the sin that not only the top elite of Esau, Edom, and the other nation is putting out, but people, as a whole. Continuing on, it says, next camera video obtained by CBS News shows Vetch walked across the street and hit the back window of the vehicle before yelling at Hinkson, telling him to keep the car out of his driveway. The video then shows the woman exit the home and approach. She and Vetch trade profanity-laced insults as he crosses the street back to his home. She then follows him across the street, at which point Vetch pulls out his gun. Vetch was taken into custody and has been charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon without intent to kill, according to J Records. He remained in custody on a $50,000 bond. Then it goes on to say, it says, not controlling your anger does not work out most of the time. In this case, it landed on a video in the Green Roof Inn, said Fletcher County Sheriff Rick Stolley in a statement pronouncing Vetch arrest. It says Vetch is scheduled to be arraigned on July 10th. Continuing on, it says a similar situation ended in a fatal shooting earlier this year. In April, a 20-year-old woman pulled into the wrong driveway in Hebron, New York, while looking for a friend's house. Jalen Gillis was with 3 other friends who, according to police, were lost and only turned into the driveway for a short amount of time when homeowner Kevin Monahan came out of his spot and fired a gun twice. Gillis was shot and killed. Scriptures also tell us to be circumspect, man. Walking wise and others fools. See if I could find that. Try walk circumspect. Lee. Right. 15. It says Ephesians 5:15. It says, see then that he walks circumspectly, not as wise but as fools. You understand? Redeeming the time because the days are evil. Right? So everything you do, man, you gotta be careful because people are not in the they are not in the right spirit. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, it always goes back to the wicked. Previously I brought up Proverbs 29:2, but when you also go to Proverbs 29, 29:16. So like I brought up Proverbs 29:16 previously. Malachi 1 and 4 about the wicked, but in Proverbs 29 and 2, it says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn, and the people is mourning right now because of all the wickedness that is being pushed out. You understand? When our Lord is in rulership, and even when when King David and King Solomon was in rulership, there was still righteousness in the air. But now look at the month we're in Pride Month. You understand? And they are pushing a whole slew of wickedness. I was watching the brother video from Virginia, um, where he was going into divorces and how that leads to children um, being disobedient, you know, to the parents and onto the police. So it's all really screwed us over, but it was allowed by the Most High under these curses. So these are the behaviors of people these days. You know what I mean? Because we are approaching the end, and it's only gonna get worse. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna end with the book of Matthew, chapter 24 and verse 12. It says, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. You understand? So even if the woman backed into his drive very quickly, to reposition herself or make a turn, there's what I mean. A lot of people do it. Some owners don't mind. Some homeowners take offense to it. You know what I'm saying? But this is why we need to be in the spirit as much as possible, man. Because it's very easy to make a carnal decision that would cost you your life or cause you to kill somebody. You know what I'm saying? So I expect these things to continue, right? And be not moved by the wickedness of this world. So I just wanted to bring this article out right quick. Lord willing, it'll be edifying unto the elect. Shalom until next time.